student program. It's a long one. So thank you all so much for being here and all the work that you did. I just want to take a minute to thank my co-director, Joyce Barber here. I'm the mouthpiece for her, which is the worker behind the scenes. And then I really wanted to thank all of our institutional partners, Belmont, Vanderbilt, Meharry, like different. How many different Meharrys are there? Dental, public health, medical. Oh, I almost forgot about medical. Sorry. We've got Belmont. Belmont's got. Was it nursing this year? Did we have Belmont? What else? Belmont.
Undergrad.
And then Belmont, doctor, graduate, and undergrad. And then Lipscomb. We've got Lipscomb Pharmacy. Yay! Thank you all for being here. We've got. Who did I miss? TSU. That is right. Our newest partner. So thank you all so much. Did you all enjoy it? Was it cool? Oh, good. And then next, I wanted to thank all of our faculty from all of those areas. You all, this is an unpaid gig for them. All the work that they do is because they love students and they love educating and they love community. I want to give a big shout. We could not do this program without this group of people. It is our community partners. Thank you to you all so much for urban Oasis Center, MDHA, Dismiss House. That's what I said. Did I say Dismiss? I thought I said Dismiss House first.
We were clapping.
Oh, good. And then also really quickly, I want to thank Thistle Farms. I just am in love with everything. You guys don't know about them, look them up online. They empower women in the darkest times of their life and bring light into their lives. And so it's amazing. With that said, I want to thank our sponsor for everything that we do. Dr. Wingfield in the back, and she does not like a lot of credit. But all the staff at the Meharry-Vanderbilt Alliance. And so please give them, we would not be able to do this without them. And then one special person who literally nothing would get done is Mercedes. With that said, I think we're going to make sure this is where I shut up and you guys talk. And so we're going to have our Oasis team go first.
Hello everyone. We are the Oasis team, and our project is empowering young people to pursue healthcare professions. So during this time, we were able to go to the Oasis Center for two events to kind of speak to middle schoolers and high schoolers about different professions. So one of them was OT, speech, pharmacy, and medical. Get the picture. Sorry. Right. So the Oasis mission statement was to build a relationship with the younger individuals and just people everywhere in the community. So we kind of got that privilege to work with those students this week as well, and last week in March. So I'm going to pass it down the line. So our purpose was just to empower those students that we were able to interact with. So again, we work with middle school students, high school students, as well as collegiate students who are in community college ready to take that next step into professional school. And so we provided handouts, a personal and professional reflection opportunity, and then a goal setting workshop within our 2 sessions.
So our first session was the session with the high school students and some college students. We talked with them about exposure, experience, support, and fears, and we put up posters for them to list their exposure that they've had to the career that they have in mind, the experience, any support that they have, and any fears that they have. One thing we found that was common between a lot of them were the fears. And we also had the same fears, so we were able to connect with that and really like take those fears away or like calm them a little and tell them that they can get to where we are.
Our second session was with middle school students, and most of these middle school students are first generation college students or new American students. So we did a goal setting workshop with them. We decided to guide them in writing open win letters. So essentially we helped them think of a couple long-term goals, a couple short-term goals, and a couple obstacles that they might encounter along the way. And we had them write letters to themselves for when they either achieve one of those goals or for when they hit one of those roadblocks. And it was a really wonderful experience to hear what dreams they had, what goals they had. We opened it up to beyond career dreams, just dreams in general in their lives. And we had everyone wanting to be professional soccer players, to judges and lawyers and nurses to go back to their home country and help their community, and nail technicians. And it was so much fun to talk to these young people about what they wanted to do, but also help them get some, more intentional reflection on, okay, I know what I want to do, but how do I get there, and how am I going to support myself in getting there? So it was wonderful. We would love to thank all of our leaders at Oasis and for their care, but of course we also want to thank the young people at Oasis because they taught us so much, and it was so much fun to work with them. Thank you.
I think next up we have dismissal.
Okay, hi guys. We did Dismiss House and we worked on creating a booklet with resources for inmates who have just been released from prison to help them kind of reintegrate into society, into this complex world.
So the purpose of our project was to basically create like this booklet to help the residents that just got released from prison for the first 30 days to actually be able to integrate into society. Because normally when the prisoners, when they get released, they may have trouble integrating to society because they may have been there for a while. So the technology change, may have financial trouble, support. So our booklet is basically an aid to help these residents at Dismissal House be able to integrate society. So within our booklet, it has like a lot of graphics, like colorful graphics, not a lot of words, just to kind of like help the residents not be overwhelmed, consider like the educational level, when they probably, the booklet basically has like a lot of infographics that's like very colorful, not a lot of words in it, to basically help the inmates be able to understand and read the booklet. It doesn't have like a lot of words in it just because we consider like their education level, whether or not they're experiencing trauma while they're in the jail system. So the booklet helps to like do everyday tasks that we take for granted, like being able to use Google Maps, being able to pay rent, use a dishwasher. So this booklet is basically used as an aid to help to go through life and day-to-day tasks that we take for granted that be able to help them integrate into modern society.
So a couple of things that we took into consideration. In 2018, North Nashville had the highest incarceration rate in the nation, and personally when I moved here I would have never known that, and so that was something that we really took into consideration, and that there is a really great need for effective rehabilitation in Nashville and high levels of access to support in this community. And then some special considerations that we took into mind were that the colors that we use and the verbiage in our book needed to be trauma-informed and acknowledging the fact that in prisons there's a lot of overuse of signage, and so we sought to choose colors and graphics that were calming and welcoming, and chose to provide a resource that they could read in their rooms in the privacy, so that they didn't have to ask those hard questions if they didn't want to, that they had this resource to refer to at all times. So.
So we're going to go ahead and start with the yellow team here in the front.
Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? My name is Cara. I'm a third-year medical student at Meharry-Vanderbilt College.
My name is Kennedy. I am a DNP student at Belmont.
My name is Julia, and I'm an occupational therapy student at TSU, and we partnered with Special Olympics, specifically their Fit for Life program. And what that is they want to get their athletes that have intellectual and mental disabilities, they want to give them the opportunity to participate working out in a typical setting. And so I'll let my team tell you a little bit about what we did, but our project was a little simpler because we had a very specific task, but it worked out pretty perfectly for the three of us.
Yeah, so basically what we did was we tackled the entire state of Tennessee to get 15 new gyms for these athletes. And basically it's just a constant space for them to work out and cover more area across the state of Tennessee. And as we were meeting with these people, we also got new sponsorships, and we were able to educate about ADA, and a bunch of gyms are now kind of changing and like making their gyms ADA accessible now. So.
And the main purpose for this is, like, we all have the liberty to go to the gym and work out as we want to, but some people don't necessarily have that opportunity. So we wanted to help create a safe space for people who may not feel comfortable going to a gym to be able to do that, because they still need to maintain healthy lifestyles. And Fit for Life had a goal for over the next 3 years that they wanted to acquire 30 new gyms across the state of Tennessee, and we were able to help them reach 50% of that goal in the last 6 months by acquiring 15 new partners for them.
All right, thank you.
Can I ask one question? It looks like a lot of those are in rural areas too.
Yes, so this program was already pre-established, and at the time they had a lot of gyms already established in metro areas like Nashville, Knoxville, and Memphis. So they were really trying to expand out to areas where there wasn't as much access to kind of reach people in pockets of Tennessee that did it.
So next up, we're going to transition to Urban Housing Solutions with Christian's team. We have 2 Urban Housing Solutions teams this year as well. We're going to start with
Good evening, everyone. So my group members and I, we partner with Urban Housing Solutions, Resiliency Hub, and it's basically a program that's spearheaded by Dr. Kettle here to work with individuals in the Mercury courts that are dealing with a lot of different issues, but mainly medical issues. A lot of these people aren't able to go and get doctor's visits when they need them. A lot of these people are not able to go and get medication when they need them. They can't afford these things. So we kind of thought of some ideas to get together with them and figure out what is plaguing them the most, and then what we can do as healthcare professional students to help them. So the purpose of it is to let's see here. In order to break the chronic cycle of homelessness, and we wanted to create a safe space for the members of the community to voice their opinions on housing issues, transportation, and the other challenges they're facing. So when we got together, you can see in this picture here, when we met them, we held kind of a forum, and then we did provide incentives for them to show up. So we did provide food and snacks and things of that nature to make sure that they do have an incentive to show up. But we wanted them to really voice their opinions, and so what we did was we listened to everyone, and then we kind of looked at similar trends, and the most similar trend was transportation. And so I want to say there are only 2 individuals out of the 10 individuals that have stable transportation, and they are not sharing their vehicles. A lot of them, like, my car's on this last legs and things of that nature. So what we did was we was like, let's think of a way to get them affordable transportation. A lot of them are dealing with issues like they may be able to take the bus, but they're dealing with rude bus drivers and things of that nature, and they don't have necessarily the bus fare to be consistently taking these things. So what we did was we worked together to put together a bus pass for them for a year round. And so while it doesn't necessarily fix the issue of sometimes they may have to wait long periods of time at the bus stop to get to their business and things of that nature, they don't have to pay. And so that was one thing that we did work to improve on them. Anybody else? I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to run.
And then we're going to go to our next Urban Housing Solutions team.
Right in the light. My name is Megan. I'm from the TSU Occupational Therapy Program.
I'm Shelby Grace. I'm a Lipscomb P1 pharmacy. I'm Isabel Bravo. I'm Belmont undergrad nursing.
Okay, so our project was distributing financial resources to residents at the Meharry Courts, the same population that the team just talked about. So we worked with the residents who, most of them previously have experienced homelessness or have been incarcerated or are single and just need access to affordable housing. So we wanted to provide client-specific financial literacy resources to the residents of Meharry Courts, as well as provide a booklet of resources for urban housing to use in the future for other properties and other residents. That was kind of our purpose.
For our project, what we ended up doing is we had an informational session on March 23rd, and we incentivized the residents to come by putting posters up and having gift cards and Subway sandwiches. And we had a booklet that we printed out and gave to all residents. In the booklet, we had rent assistance, utility assistance, all these different programs that they may not have known of prior, but we did a lot of research for them. We also included 3 banks that were close to them, including all the information for each account. And yeah.
So at the informational session, we had 11 residents of Meharry Court come and sit with us as we walked them through the booklet. And it was a really, really eye-opening experience for us, I would say. Not only did it open kind of doors for conversation with residents about other information that we were lacking that we didn't know that they desired to know about and to have access to. So as the other group had kind of mentioned, transportation was a big one for them, and so they were able to give us feedback on that so that way we can, or whoever takes over the booklet can eventually tweak that to their needs and include things like transportation. But overall it was really successful, and participants were really engaged, and there was a really positive response. So we were really grateful for the experience.
Thank you.
We have our second Special Olympics team coming up.
How's everybody doing tonight? So greetings everybody, my name is Don. So greetings everybody, my name is Donnie Eden, and I am a second-year dental student at Meharry-Vanderbilt College.
My name is Maria Victoria, and I'm a nursing student at Belmont.
Hi, I'm Claire, and I'm a second-year medical student at Meharry.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm a pharmacy student at Lipscomb.
Okay, so the project that we worked on was called Closer to Home, Increasing Providers for Athletes in Tennessee. So starting off, we worked with Special Olympics Tennessee, which is an organization here that provides fitness services and other type of services for individual adults and kids with cognitive disorders. And yeah, they just help them out a lot. And I'm going to pass it to Claire.
So we were tasked with trying to find more healthcare providers for these athletes. As Christian mentioned earlier, rural Tennessee is especially in need of more primary care. Nashville and every other city hub in Tennessee is very big on specialized care, but primary care is very hard to come by, especially for these athletes with cognitive disabilities. So we were tasked with that, and Caroline is going to tell you how we tackled that.
So we used this flow chart, and we called a bunch of medical professionals in the state of Tennessee. We called podiatrists, physical therapists, primary care, and dentists, of course. And unfortunately, we did learn that many medical professionals do refer out patients with disabilities. So we did make sure that we asked them if they were interested in a training program that Special Olympics Tennessee does offer, so they can be educated on how to provide care for patients with disabilities.
And then just to go a little bit more into the need for these types of resources, 1 in 4 adults with disabilities don't have a usual healthcare provider. 1 in 4 have unmet healthcare needs because of the cost, and 1 in 5 do not have a routine checkup. So super important work, and I think we all feel super privileged to have been able to contribute to the database, and we ended up increasing it by 7.5%. So a lot of cold calls were made.
It's a lot of cold calls, but like they all mentioned, we're very happy that we were able to increase the number of providers that these individuals can receive care with. So a lot of them were like traveling to Nashville, Memphis, all these major areas. So it may not be a provider within their particular county, but it may be one of the surrounding counties. So we were able to go ahead and just get this database and everything else like that and deliver our deliverable. They have like a foldable that when they're at their health fairs and everything, their fairs and everything else of that nature, they can go ahead and distribute information, like let's say if they're in Middle Tennessee or East Tennessee or West Tennessee, and just go ahead and get the respective providers within that area. And when it comes down to future directions, what we realize is that legislators and health officials need to collaborate and address this issue, because it's as far as compiling a database or something for of providers that can give care to these individuals with cognitive disorders, because a lot of them they may provide care, but they just want to like sedate them or something of that nature. So providing a database of qualified individuals, and of course with the trainings that we mentioned and everything else of that nature to just provide the providers the correct training on how to just provide care to these individuals. That's pretty much about it.
Metropolitan Development and Housing Agency.
Hi, I'm Tappan, and we worked with. So I'm Tappan Darji, and we work with Metropolitan Housing, and our project was sleep and sleep hygiene.
I'm Maddie. I'm a DNP student at Belmont.
And I'm Anthony. I'm a third-year medical student at Meharry. So just a little bit of background, about 25% of infants in Davidson County die due to unsafe sleep. And in 2021, 139 infants died to unsafe sleep practices. So we partnered with MDHA to do a safe educational needs assessment via surveys at one of the properties for affordable housing that MDHA oversees, and then we provided a learning resource that reference pamphlets about safe sleep and sleep hygiene. So we had 2 surveys that we created about, 14, 15 questions each about sleep practices for safe sleep for infants, assessing things like if the care provider thought that their sleep environment was safe, where they would sleep in the home for their naps and their bedtimes, and how the baby was placed for naps and bedtimes to fall asleep. And then assessing things like if the care provider smoked, if they changed their clothes after they smoked cigarettes before they held the baby, if the baby had slept with like stuffed animals around them, and for the sleep hygiene, the other survey was for people to fill out if they took care of kids that were not infants. So assessing things like if they used electronic devices before bed and house. If so, how much time between the end of use and bedtime did they allow themselves? Again, if they have a routine and just things that like are good for sleep hygiene. And so what we found, we gave out, we gave 100 surveys and 150 pamphlets for educational purposes to MDHA. We also gave out blankets for people who provided, who took a survey, and candy. And what we found, candy goes straight. Chocolates and Skittles. I did not eat 3 bags of Skittles. What we found is that residents in the at the property that we went to for safe sleep did identify their sleep environment as safe, but did not accurately select sleep aids. So it just highlighted that there's a little bit of lack of understanding of what actually is safe for babies to sleep.
Okay. All right. Well, we can give another round of applause for all of our students participating. Again, I want to thank you all for this year. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and I'm happy that I can be a part of this with you. For all of our faculty and our community partners, we're doing it again next year. So I hope you're all part of it again. I have a few housekeeping things before everyone, obviously stay, mingle, eat, say hi, connect. I do have a few housekeeping things. All of your name tags, just be sure to place them. There's a bowl at the front, so when you leave, if you could rip them off and place them in there. You don't have to do it now. You don't have to do it now. just before you leave. And then Are there any teams who didn't get a photo with their, I know there's one, but is there any team that wanted to get a photo with their poster before? Anyone else? Just don't sign it. So first up is we have MDHA. Oh yeah. And then we have Lee and Jackie from well, thank you again. Again, stay, mingle, eat. Our rep name tags. We also, stay connected with us. We have our student alliance. We'd love y'all to be a part of. The MBA newsletter has lots of information about events, collaboration, research. So please sign up. Stay connected with us. If you need anything, don't feel free to reach out, or, well, oh my God. It's like when you combine, don't hesitate, but feel free. That's about so yes, please reach out. I'm there. You guys all have my email and my phone number. But yeah, thanks again for everyone coming. I hope you guys had a good time.
Thank you, Mercedes. Yeah.